Hari Om. Let's get started. It's 10 o'clock. Om. Ganana Antva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatan Shrunvannutibhisi Dasadanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhir Vajinivati Dhinama Vidyavat Om Ganeshaya Namaha Om Saraswatyai Namaha Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Shuklam Baradaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Vagishadya Sumanasah Sarvarthanam Upakrame Yam Natva Kritakritya Syuhu Tam Namami Gajananam Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Sadgurum Tam Namami Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Pada Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritav Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bedha Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Yasya Sannidhi Matrena Sarve Shishyascha Sevakaha Karmakshetre Pravartante Chinmayam Tam Namamyaham Chinmayam Tam Namamyaham. Happy Chinmaya Jayanti to everybody. 108th Chinmaya Jayanti. We started our Tapovana Shatkam. Let me chant the first one and then we will repeat the second one today. व्याप्तं जगद्येन चिदात्मभावात् रज्ज्वा यथा हिर्हि चराचरं यत् सन्न्यस्य सर्वं च सदात्मभावे स्वयं समस्तं च बभूव यस्तु निस्सङ्गनिर्मुक्तिपदं प्रपद्य ब्रह्मात्मभावेन विराजितो यः श्रीसौम्यकाशीश महेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय श्रीसौम्यकाशीश महेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय. Akhil, if you could join me. अखंड भावः शिवरूप तत्त्वः
अखंड भावः शिवरूप तत्त्वः
अखंड भावः शिवरूप तत्त्वः
अखंड भावः शिवरूप तत्त्वः
चितिस्वभावः परमात्म सत्यः
चितिस्वभावः परमात्म सत्यः
अखंड भावः शिवरूप तत्त्वः चितिस्वभावः परमात्म सत्यः
अखंड भावः शिवरूप तत्त्वः चितिस्वभावः परमात्म सत्यः
सत्यस्य सत्यः सुधियैव गम्यः
सत्यस्य सत्यः सुधियैव गम्यः
सत्यस्य सत्यः सुधियैव गम्यः
सत्यस्य सत्यः सुधियैव गम्यः
परः प्रधानात् परमेश्वरो यः
परः प्रधानात् परमेश्वरो यः
सत्यस्य सत्यः सुधियैव गम्यः परः प्रधानात् परमेश्वरो यः
सत्यस्य सत्यः सुधियैव गम्यः परः प्रधानात् परमेश्वरो यः
आद्यन्तहीनो निरपेक्षदीप्तिः
आद्यन्तहीनो निरपेक्षदीप्तिः
आद्यन्तहीनो निरपेक्षदीप्तिः
आद्यन्तहीनो निरपेक्षदीप्तिः
स्वतः स्वरूपेण विपुल्लितो यः
स्वतः स्वरूपेण विफुल्लितो यः
आद्यन्तहीनो निरपेक्षदीप्तिः स्वतः स्वरूपेण विपुल्लितो यः
आद्यन्तहीनो निरपेक्षदीप्तिः स्वतः स्वरूपेण विफुल्लितो यः
श्रीसौम्यकाशीश महेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय
श्रीसौम्यकाशीश महेश्वराय तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय
तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय
तस्मै नमः स्वामी तपोवनाय
Let's go to Gurupaduka Stotram. We had chanted up to 4. I'll chant them first and then we will complete the remaining. Ananta samsara samudratara naukayitabhyam guru bhaktidabhyam vairagya samrajyada pujanabhyam namo namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam Kavitvavarashinishakarabhyam Daurbhagyadavam Budhamalikabhyam Durikrutanam Ravipatatibhyam Namo Namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam Natayayo Shri Patitam Samiyuhu Kadachidapyashu Daridravariyaha Mukascha Vachas Patitam Hitabhyam Namo Namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam Alikanikashapadahrutabhyam Nana Vimohadinivarikabhyam Namajjanabhishtatatipradabhyam Namo Namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam. Number 5. Akil. Nrupali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti
Nripali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti
Nrupali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti
Nripali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti
Saridvirajat Jhashakanyakabhyam
Sarid Virajat Jhashakanyakabhyam
Nrupali Mauli Vrajaratna Kante Saridvirajat Jhashakanyakabhyam
Nripali Mauli Vrajaratna Kanti Sarid Virajat Jhashakanyakabhyam
Nrupatvadabhyam Natalokapangtehe
Nripatvadabhyam Natalokapankteः
Nrupatvadabhyam Natalokapangtehe
Nripatvadabhyam Natalokapankteः
Namo Namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam
Namo Namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam
Namo Namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam
Namo Namah Shri Gurupadukabhyam
Papandhakararkaparamparabhyam
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 Tapatrayahindrakhageswarabhyam
Tapatrayahindrakhageswarabhyam
Papandhakararkaparamparabhyam Tapatrayahindrakhageswarabhyam
Papandhakararkaparamparabhyam त्रयाहीन्द्रखगेश्वराभ्याम्
जाड्याब्धिसंशोषणवाडवाभ्याम्
जाड्याब्धिसंशोषणवाडवाभ्याम्
नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
क्षमादिषट्क प्रदवैभवाभ्याम्
क्षमादिषट्क प्रदवैभवाभ्याम्
क्षमादिषट्क प्रदवैभवाभ्याम्
क्षमादिषट्क प्रदवैभवाभ्याम्
समाधिदान व्रतदीक्षिताभ्याम्
समाधिदान व्रतदीक्षिताभ्याम्
क्षमादिषट्क प्रदवैभवाभ्याम् समाधिदान व्रतदीक्षिताभ्याम्
क्षमादिषट्क प्रदवैभवाभ्याम् समाधिदान व्रतदीक्षिताभ्याम्
रमाधवाङ्घ्रिस्थिरभक्तिदाभ्याम्
रमाधवाङ्घ्रिस्थिरभक्तिदाभ्याम्
नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्
श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय.
जय.
We will do the remaining two next week. Thank you, Akhil. Now, welcome back to our Vedanta portions of the classes. Hari Om, everybody. A very happy Mother's Day weekend to all the mothers and would-be mothers in the audience. May the blessings of the Divine Mother be with all of us. So far, we have covered the first 8 verses of the text. First, we'll chant so that the impressions will be created. Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drak Tadrishyam Draktumanasam Drishyadhi Vrittaya Sakshi Druge Vanatu Drishyate Nilapita Stula Sukshma Rasvadirghadi Vedatah Nana Vidhani Rupani Pashyellocanamekadha Andhyamandhyapatutveshu Netradharmeshu Chaikadha Sankalpayen Manashrotratvagadau Yojyatamidam Kamasankalpa Sandehau Shraddha Shraddhe Druti Dartare Hrir Dhir Bhirityeva Madin Bhasayatyekadha Chitihi Nodeti Nastametyesha Na Bruddhim Yati Nakshayam Swayam Vibhatyatanyani Vasayet Sadhanam Vina. So in these verses, Acharya took us to the destination, that is the Sakshi. What did we do? We applied the Drg Drshya Viveka from eyes to mind and back to Sakshi. All that is seen is Drshya, Sakshi is Drashta, Seer. Then in the 5th shloka, we saw the nature of consciousness. Na udeti, na astameti. It does not rise, it does not set, meaning Atma is unborn, immortal, no birth, no death. Na vruddhim yati. It does not grow. Na kshayam yati. It does not decay. Swayam vibhati. It is self-shining. Atha anyani bhasayet. It also illumines other things. Sadhanam vina. Without any other external aid. And we also established through this shloka how this consciousness is Sat Swarupa, timeless, meaning it is beyond time, space, and causation. It is Chaitanya Swarupa, meaning it lends sentiency to other inert things. So this is the ultimate seer. Drge Vanatu Drishyate. It is that Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa. Then we continued with the 6th and 7th verse last week, and a little bit of 8th. Chichaya Veshato Buddhau Bhanam Distudvidhastita Yekaham Kritiranya Syat Antahkarana Rupini. He explained to us that Chit Chaya, that Chit Abhasa, Chidabhasa, that reflection of consciousness, Aveshataha, on account of entering Bhanam. Where does it enter? Buddhau, in the intellect. Then he told us, Dvidha Stita, it is twofold. Aham Krutihi, one is that ego, Ahankara, and the other is Antahkarana Rupini, the mind, intellect, and memory. Mana, Buddhi, Chitta. We went through some beautiful references of Atma Bodha that we have already studied. Swacheshu Pratibimbhavat. Consciousness manifests in the intellect, although Atma is all pervading. It doesn't reflect everywhere. Swacheshu Pratibimbhavat, like it manifests in as a reflection in a clean mirror in our intellect. Then in the 7th verse, Chaya Hankara Yoraikyam Taptaya Pindavan Matam Tadahankara Tadatmyat Dehaschetana Tamagat. Chaya Ahankarayoho Aikyam. This reflection of consciousness and the ego, their Aikyam is like that of Taptaya Pindavat, like that heated iron ball. Remember that from last week. I mentioned the properties of iron and the properties of fire are completely opposite to each other. Iron is cold to touch, dark in color, has mass properties like a spherical shape, it has weight, whereas fire has no shape, is bright in color, hot, luminous. We saw that when this iron ball is heated, it assumes the properties in the furnace for a long time at high temperatures. The fire assumes the properties of the iron ball as though. So it becomes a hot fireball. Now the ball, which was dark and cold to touch, has assumed the brightness of the fire and is now hot to touch. That is Taptaya Pindavata. I hope you got that. In Vedanta, I mentioned last week, it is called as Anyonya Adhyasa or Dharma Dharmi Adhyasa. As though they have taken each other's identities, they have taken each other's properties. So this Ahankara Tadatmya. Last week I told you that Tadatmya means identification, which is actually further explained in the 8th verse. That's where we had stopped. Let's chant the 8th verse today. Ahankarasya tadatmyam. Ahankarasya tadatmyam. Chichaya deha sakshibhihi. Chichaya deha sakshibhihi. Ahankarasya tadatmyam. Chichaya deha sakshibhihi. Sahajam karmajam bhranti janyam cha trividham kramat. Sahajam karmajam bhranti janyam. So this ahankara tadatmyam, this identification of the ego, trividham, chit chaya deha sakshibhihi. This ahankara has 3 fake IDs. That is the original fake ID. One with what? Chit chaya, chidabhasa, meaning with the reflected consciousness. A plus C, ahankara plus chidabhasa. That is the first one. Second one is with the body, deha, A plus B. Then the third one is ahankara plus sakshi. I hope you can remember that, A plus S. Sahajam, karmajam, bhranti janyam. Cha trividham kramat. Threefold. See, the identification of the ego with this reflected consciousness, chidabhasa, is natural, sahajam. That is sahaja tadatmya, first type. It is natural. Natural identification of the ego with the reflected consciousness. Reflected consciousness, remember that. How? Like I stand in front of the mirror. And the reflection automatically happens if there is enough sunlight or light. Or when there is a bucket of water and the water is clear, the reflection of the sun happens in that pool of water. Easy to understand. Sahaja, natural. How does this translate to us? Let's say there is a thought in my mind. I say this thought of this pot. Remember our pot, right? Colorful pot. Ghata. That vritti, that thought of the pot gets illumined, receives sentiency from the reflection of the consciousness, and due to this natural superimposition, then I say, I know the spot. So this identification expresses as knowership. This is sahaja tadatmya. This sahaja tadatmya is swabhavika ahankara. This does not create any problem for us. In fact, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji says, the entire worldly knowledge that we acquire is because of this natural mix-up, that unholy matrimony. We went through this one when we studied Atma Bodha. Going down that memory lane in shloka number 25 of Atma Bodha, those who are taking notes. Atmanah Satchidam Shascha Buddhir Vrittiritidvayam Sanyojya Cha Avivekena Janamiti Pravartate. Atmanah Satchidamshascha. The existence, consciousness aspect of the Atma, Sat Chit aspect, Buddhehe, the intellect, Dvayam Samyojya Cha Avivekena, by indiscriminate blending of the two, Janamiti Pravartate. There arises the notion, I know, Aham Janami, slowly leading to I am the doer, Kartrutva, I am the enjoyer, Bhoktrutva. See, Atman is Swayam Prakasha, self-effulgent. It does not undergo any modification. Mind, on the other hand, is inert matter, jada, no sentiency of its own. So this unholy alliance between matter and spirit, then in the 26th verse of Atma Bodha, he elaborates, Atmano Vikriya Nasti Buddhir Bodho Na Jatviti Jiva Sarvamalam Gnatva Gnata Drashteti Muhyati. Atmanah Vikriya Nasti. Atman does not undergo any modifications. or change. Buddher bodho na jatviti. Buddhi, the intellect, has no ability to know on its own. But jivaha sarvamalam gnatva gnata drashteti muhyati. But because of this illusory entity created due to this superimposition, like that taptaya pindavat, like that fireball example, the jiva, due to delusion, downgrades itself to thinking, I am the seer, I am the knower, I am the experiencer, I am the perceiver. But we know from Vedanta Shastra, Atma is Nishkriya, actionless, Nirvikalpa, without any modification, Niranjana, without any stains, without any blemishes, without any attributes, Nirguna, Nirmala, ever pure. But Buddhi, on the other hand, is inert, jada, no sentiency of its own. So these two beautiful references from Atma Bodha that we have already studied. Now the next one is karmajanyam, karmaja tadatmya. So we know, based on the doctrine of karma that we have studied, based on the results of my past actions, I get a body to exhaust the results of my prarabdha karma. So the ego identifies with this body and says, I am a man, I am a woman. But the body on its own has no sentiency. It is jada. It is inert matter. So this karmaja tadatmya again is this anyonya adhyasa of the ego and the body. Now the third variety is the bhranti janya tadatmya. That is explained in that verse. This is A plus S, ahankara and sakshi. Bhranti janya, not Brandi janya. Although it may feel like sometimes when you are intoxicated also there is Bhranti. But because of this notional identity, delusional identity, I feel I am limited, parichinna, I am finite, I am a limited being. And because of that, what happens? There is a sense of incompleteness, agitation. Because of this, there is a desire to pursue objects, seeking happiness outside. Desire leads to actions. Actions give results, whether it is papa or punya. Then the result, if the results meet my expectations, I am happy temporarily. Then I pursue something else, somebody else. If the results don't meet my expectations, I am unhappy, I am agitated, I am sad, I am angry, all sorts of emotional responses. All this is born out of what? Ignorance of my true nature. Sangeeta likes this. Remember, I told you in the beginning of the class, your AAA is my problem. AAA is what? Advitiya Atma Agnanam. Deluded ego or ahankara due to avidya, my ignorance, to combined with adhyasa, superimposition, thinking that I am this limited being. I am this jiva. And what does it do? I fall into this deep ocean of samsara where I am busy as a human doing, not as a human being. Vasana leading to karya, karya leading to chinta, vasana, karya, chinta. This sorry go around, this sorry go around, doing the same things over and over again and again, thinking that it will yield a better result. This is the vicious cycle that we get caught like an insect that is caught in that whirlpool. This is the root cause of our bondage. This, in engineering, what do? First, we identify the problem, and then we identify the root cause analysis, and then we say RCCA, root cause corrective action. So this tadatmya is anadi, beginningless. Now that we know the problem, so what is the solution? Let's go to the next shloka. Sambandhino sator nasti, sambandhino sator nasti, nivrittis sahajasyatu, nivrittis sahajasyatu, karmakshayat prabodhacha, nivartete kramadubhe. This natural identification between ego and the reflected consciousness cannot be eliminated. There is no solution because, not to worry, it is harmless. But the other two, karma-janya tadatmya and bhranti-janya tadatmya, can be eliminated. Appa, there is hope, says Acharya. When does this karma-janya tadatmya end? Karma-kshayat. At the end of exhausting all our karmas. See, once the karmas are exhausted, we have taken up this body because of prarabdha karma. The body drops automatically. What is that? Urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityor mukshiyam amritaat. Just like that snaps out of that. The body is a result of actions of the past. And once the results are exhausted, whether it is papa or punya, the body dies. Our Pujya Gurudev used to jokingly say, everybody dies, but nobody dies. Very profound statement. The ego identification with that body dies. But the karmic account is not closed with the end of one body. To exhaust the balance, it takes up another body. The identification then with that body will begin. It performs actions. It performs some karmas. Some karmas are exhausted, but we accumulate more and more karmas, more and more other vasanas. So it's a vicious cycle. That is why it is called samsara chakra, that continues. Then what is the solution? Is there an end to this karmic cycle? Bhagavan Sri Krishna, actually Arjuna asked the very same question in Bhagavad Gita to Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and he says in the 4th chapter, 33rd verse, Sarvam karma akhilam partha gnane parisamapyate. Gnana, all karmas without any exception, end in knowledge. It culminates in knowledge. And in the fine print, he said, that is why, my dear friend, you have to attend these Vedanta classes. That was my real marketing statement there. Then the Acharya said, Prabodhacha nivartete kramadube. When does this happen? When the realization takes place. Prabodhacha. When we realize that ego is not my amigo, I have to let it go. That's our trademark statement. Then that Bhranti, the delusion, is gone. When the notion of finitude is gone, how does this notion, which has created so many emotions and commotion in my life, go? Just like the rope and the snake example, the non-apprehension of the rope causes the misapprehension of the snake. The moment I bring in a flashlight and shed some light on it, in the area where I thought I saw a snake, the moment I realize in that area that it was just an innocent rope, or it was just a garden hose, and the notion of fear is gone, the delusion or the Bhranti is gone, that realization, Prabodhacha, same way, when I learn that this knowledge and shed some light onto what is causing my bondage, why am I stuck in this cycle? When I do that vichara, Swami Vidyaranyaji in Panchadashi says, Avicharo kruto bandhaha vicharena nivartate. Once I start that inquiry, that vichara, that Atma Anatma Viveka, once I start to do this Drg Drshya Viveka and learn this Atma Gnana through Shravana Manana Nididhyasana at the feet of a realized master, This is the path from Bandha to Buddha. Through the help of this GPS in that journey, Guru Parampara Shastra. Hope you got that. With that, let us chant the 10th verse today. Ahankaralaye suktau bhaved dehopyachetanah. Ahankaralaye suktau bhaved dehopyachetanah. Ahankara vikasardhah swapna sarvastu jagarah. Now in this verse, Acharya is giving us how this ahankara or the ego manifests in each of our three states of experience. This is avastatraya viveka. Ahankara laye suktau. In the deep sleep, ahankara is not available. It is absorbed. Bhavet dehopya chetanaha. That deha api achetana. The body becomes unconscious, as though ahankaraha vikasaha ardhaha, half manifestation, in where swapnaha, in the dream state, and full manifestation in the waking. The counter is open for transaction with the outside world. We will stop here. We'll go through those details in our next class. Same time, same place. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amrutam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om Tat Sat. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all see auspiciousness. May none suffer. Om peace, peace, peace. With that, I'll open it up for our collaborative session. Once again, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers in the audience. With that, I'll open it up for our collaborative session.